Hello, this is Sarah Braasch. Welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I just wanted to do a quick impromptu video. I just did an over 30-minute video on my reaction, an impromptu video, an extemporaneous video on my reaction to ContraPoint's canceling video. So I don't want to do that again. I just want to make this kind of a quick video. I just want to give you an update on the Connecticut Freedom of Information Act Commission hearing. And so what happened is that Friday the 2nd, no wait, the 3rd, that's the 3rd. Friday the 3rd of January 2020, my attorneys, specifically Jay Woolman of the Randazza Legal Group, they have been awesome. My attorney, Jay Woolman, submitted a brief, a post-hearing brief. The commission hearing officer, Danielle McGee, submitted an order for briefs from both parties, from myself and from Yale. And of course, this is regarding the November 4th hearing in downtown Hartford, Connecticut, the Freedom of Information Act Commission hearing for Connecticut in Connecticut took place, and it was about me demanding the Yale police body camera footage from May 8th, 2018, the so-called Living or Not Being While Black hate crime hoax at Yale. And I feel that this body camera footage at least exposes the Yale administration and police as gross liars. It exposes them as having told disgusting lies about me that destroyed my life and lifelong human and civil rights, academic and legal careers, and endangered my life and almost drove me to suicide. So anyway, that's what happened. That's what this legal brief was about. The main legal issue is really about whether or not the video, the exemption which Yale is claiming, is that they are saying that the video which I've requested contains uncorroborated criminal allegations, and it's important that they're criminal. So what my attorney in the legal brief, which was submitted on Friday, argues is that, first of all, the allegations in the video are not uncorroborated, and second of all, they're not criminal. I wasn't calling the non-emergency helpline of the Yale campus police because I was trying to get someone arrested. That was not what was happening. And I was not making an allegation of a crime in the video. That's what we're arguing. So that's the legal issue that we're addressing. So I'm very hopeful. Yale, of course, also submitted a brief on Friday. They're in 2 weeks' time. On the 17th of January, both sides will submit reply briefs. We have Yale's brief, and we already received it, and the reply briefs will be submitted on January 17th, and I'm very, very hopeful that shortly thereafter, the Connecticut Freedom of Information Act Commission hearing officer who presided over the hearing on November 4th, 2019. Her name is Danielle McGee, and I'm very hopeful that she will decide in our favor, in my favor, shortly thereafter, shortly after January 17th. So I just want to let everybody know that I have the brief, and I have permission from my attorneys to release the brief, and I have done so. I've disseminated it to a number of legal and journalistic contacts, and I will put in the information box below a link to the brief as a Google Doc on Gretchen Mullen's Skeptic Review 89's blog called Skeptic Review. She has added the Google Doc of the brief to one of her blog posts about my plight and my battle with Yale over releasing the Yale police body camera footage. So if you want to read it, you can go there. It's not too long. It's 18 pages. It's very interesting. So far, people have really enjoyed reading it and discussing the legal issues therein. So I will do that. I'll put that link below. And I also wanted to, well, I have Yale's brief. I haven't opened it yet. I haven't even read it yet because I'm sure my attorneys have, but I haven't because I'm not feeling particularly strong right at the moment, and I'm sure that it will upset me. I'm sure that it will be really upsetting, so I'm waiting a minute before. I just want to be in a better place. A lot going on right now that has thrown me for a loop, including my permanent Twitter suspension. I'll do another video about that. But and being stalked by someone, very persistent stalker. So yeah, there's a lot going on right now, and so I'm gonna read that brief by Yale later. And then the other thing that I wanted to mention before I wrap this up is just that I want to let you know that my retainer, that I paid a $5,000 retainer that so many of you donated to my legal fund. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I paid a $5,000 retainer to Randazza Legal Group for the purposes of representing me at the Connecticut Freedom of Information Act Commission hearing. That retainer, it has been tapped out. It's gone. I don't currently have funds to pay the Randazza Legal Group. They are not filing these briefs pro bono. I will have to pay them. They did give me a substantially reduced rate. I will have to pay them, and I have promised to pay them, but I don't have to pay them right this moment. But if you're able to donate to my legal fund, that would mean the absolute world to me. And thank you to the Randazza Legal Group who have done an absolutely wonderful job for me. Your money went to good use, and they are completing this process of submitting both the brief and the reply brief, even though they're not being paid right this moment for that work, but they will be paid. So if you can help me out with that and donate to my legal fund, it would mean the absolute world to me. Also, I need to ask for legal donations because basically what we expect to happen is that when we get the decision from the hearing officer, Danielle McGee, of course we hope for a favorable decision, but we expect that even if we get a favorable decision, that Yale will immediately appeal. And I don't have any funds right now to continue this fight if they do that. And I'm sure they know that. Part of their MO has been to try to make this as financially difficult for me to defend my rights and to try to save my life and career, which they destroyed. They're trying to make it as financially difficult for me to do so as possible. And that's what they do because they have a $30 billion endowment and they can pay for, the most expensive attorneys until the end of time, and I can't. So at that point, if I haven't raised money by whatever deadline, before which I need to respond, then I may have to let the fight go, and I do not want to do that. I want the public to see this footage. I want the public to see that Yale lied about me and destroyed my life, and they knew that they were doing it. I want the public to know what Yale has done so that we can restore civil liberties, including due process on college campuses, including at Yale, and so that we can hold the moral outrage industry accountable for what they've done and not allow them to destroy one more innocent life and career. So please donate to my legal fund so that I can do that, so I can continue this fight. It would mean the absolute world to me, so that I can pay the Randazza Legal Group for the work that they're doing right now, and so that I can continue this fight to force Yale to release the body camera footage, the Yale police body camera footage from May 8th, 2018 to the public. Okay, thank you so much. I just want to say that if for some reason you cannot donate to my legal fund, and I'll put the PayPal me and GoFundMe links below, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel and watching my YouTube videos, of course. But please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, because I'm hoping to be able to monetize my YouTube channel relatively soon, and that will make a huge difference. And I'm also hoping to complete a book proposal and sell it and hopefully get an advance relatively soon as well. So, yes, and I'm actually also working on a Patreon page. I'm working on a Patreon page right now, and I'm going to think of that as my Twitter replacement. So a lot of things are in the works. So thank you so much for everything. All of your kind words and support mean the absolute world to me. And I will talk to you later. Okay.